Let's talk with one of the newest Miami Hurricanes pledges. He's going to be bringing that competition in the quarterback room this fall.
You are Locked On Canes, your daily podcast on the Miami Hurricanes. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
I am Alex Donno, University of Miami alumnus, longtime South Florida sports radio vet, and contributor to allhurricanes.com. And thank you to the everydayers for making Locked On Canes your first and your second listen today. We are available free wherever you get your podcasts and available free on YouTube. I was so happy late last week when I saw that Max Lawrence is going to be taking his talents to the University of Miami. And Max, you found out what a nerd I am, because when you dropped your announcement, it was like 9:30. I was already asleep that night. I saw it the next morning. I was like, oh yes, Max is a Cane, but you probably thought, oh, Donno's still up. He'll see this. Nope. I was soundly asleep.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure. And so, okay. What was it like when you were able to announce Miami, when they offered you that spot? What was that moment like for you and your family?
Yeah, it was great. First, because I finally, found a place to call home. And then second, it was only 30 minutes away. So nowhere closer than where I live now.
Yeah, and let me just remind people the background on Max Lawrence, class of 2023 quarterback, preferred walk-on now at Miami Westland, Hialeah, 6'3". What's your weight these days, Max? Because I know these sites are often not accurate on that.
Yeah,
What are you weighing?
I'm 208 pounds.
See, there you go, because on 24/7, they got you at 190. That's always why I like to ask when I'm talking to the player in person.
Yeah.
I like to ask. So over 200 pounds now, about 207. And so, okay, Max, I would love to know how the recruiting process went for you, and what was it? And obviously, the proximity and wanting to stay in South Florida, I know, played a part for you. But what was it about Miami's coaches and Miami's athletic facilities? What made you feel comfortable at the U?
Yeah, really. Miami, they just believed in me, and they gave me a spot on the team, and I just took it, and I haven't looked back since. And I'm just happy to be a Cane.
What your take on Shannon Dawson's offense? What he likes to do with his quarterbacks, and how do you think you're going to fit at Miami from a football standpoint?
Yeah, I think it's a great fit for me, and I'm happy that he'll be the OC, and I think some of the strengths in his offense were getting the ball out quick and stretching the ball downfield, and I think I fit that perfectly.
I think you do as well, having watched quite a bit of you now to this point. And also, you're looking, Max, at Miami's receiver room is suddenly getting pretty stacked, right? I mean, you've got guys coming back like Xavier Restrepo, Colby Young, Jacoby George, and now you've got injections of talent in the transfer portal like Tyler Harrell and Shamar Kirk. You're probably going to feel like a kid in the candy store when you head out there at fall camp and you get to throw to some of these guys.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, receivers with experience and also young receivers, it would be great, and it would be, fun to watch for the fans.
So let the fans know, Miami fans, your timeline, because obviously you just committed late last week. You obviously were not enrolled for spring football. You didn't take part of that. When are you actually going to get on campus in Miami, and are you going to be full go for the start of fall camp?
Yeah, I'll be on campus during the fall, right before the season starts, and I'm just happy to be there.
So during your recruiting process, and I ran into you a few times down at Miami and at the spring game, you have a terrible poker face, Max, because I could tell how much you wanted to be a Cane. So I know Miami is where you wanted to be, and obviously it played out that way for you. Did anyone come in second place? Were there other schools that you considered?
No, not really. I mean, I really wanted to be close to home, and Miami, they gave me a spot on the team, and I was just happy to have it. And, I never even thought about it. I knew I was going.
Awesome. What are your impressions on Mario Cristobal? What type of guy is he from your experience?
Yeah, he's definitely, I see him all over Twitter, and he's probably the hardest working coach in the country. He's definitely the hardest working coach in the country. And, it shows, his resume. He did it at Oregon. He recruited the best players, and he's doing it at Miami now. So just happy to be with him, and he's happy to be calling my head coach.
Oh, that's got to be awesome for you. So you're going to be full go for the start of fall camp, but I know for college athletes, the training and the preparation never really stops. So for the next few months before you actually get out there on the Green Tree practice fields, what's your workout regimen going to be like, and what are you going to be doing out there to kind of prepare yourself for this opportunity?
Yeah, I work out. I work out 2 to 3 times every day, five days a week, sometimes 6 days a week. Always have to have a rest day to let your body recover and all that. But I'm with my strength coaches, just getting stronger, faster, bigger, and just getting ready for the season.
And now for you, I would imagine you're probably a few weeks away from graduating high school. So what's that like, kind of wrapping up that chapter of your life before you start the next one?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. June 5th, I graduate. I actually graduate at the Wasco Center, so
Oh, no
that's
way.
pretty cool. Yeah, that's
Wow.
really cool. So I'm just happy. That was pretty cool, and I just felt like everything happens for a reason, and that was one of those reasons.
Have you had a chance to connect with anyone on the team right now and in any of the visits you've had?
No, not yet, but I've seen some of the players around when I was at practice, and I could tell everyone gets along well, and it's the team's becoming closer and closer by the day.
I know you've been out to, and you just mentioned there, and I've seen you out at a practice before, Max. So how do you like with the way Miami was practicing in the spring? Because I know a lot of football people, would make comments about how it looked like they're pretty intense, and the whistle was blowing a lot out there. They moved pretty quickly between phases. What stood out to you about the way Miami practiced and the ones you were able to visit?
Yeah, that's great. I mean, I've always, been taught to practice how you play, and they're definitely practicing quick, and it showed in the spring game how quick they're, getting lined up and everything like that. So I was just happy to see that.
How do you feel about, the opportunity once you arrive at Miami to, be able to kind of play behind and learn from quarterbacks like Tyler Van Dyke and Jacurri Brown, and then, Emory Williams, of course, he's your age, so you're going to be in the room together with him. How do you feel about Miami's quarterback room?
Yeah, I mean, I feel great. I'm happy that, they brought me in and I get to learn from, some of the older guys and some of the younger guys that have already been there for the spring. And I'm just happy I got a spot to compete, and that's all I'm really ready to do.
Absolutely. And what can Miami fans expect from you, Max? Tell people a little bit about your playing style and, when you're out there on Green Tree and you're competing for your spot, what can fans expect to see from Max Lawrence?
Yeah, you'll see no hesitation. I make quick decisions, and I can push the ball downfield, and just a hard worker. I'll be the hardest worker out there. I know it.
Have you like loaded up on Miami gear yet, or you maybe wait until till Christmas or your next birthday, and you're hoping it's just going to be like the tree is going to be full of Miami stuff?
No, I'm definitely gonna get some gear soon. I've already had some, but I've just been really busy. So, but I'll definitely get some gear.
I love it, Max Lawrence. He works hard out there, Westland, Hialeah. And any other message, Max, you want to send to the Canes fans before you get out there on campus officially in a couple months?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for welcoming me as a Cane, and I'm just happy to be a part of the team and ready to compete.
And tell your guy Jamari Howard, your high school teammate. I know he decommitted from Michigan State last week. He's going through the process. Tell him he is loved and appreciated down here, Max. Just make sure he knows that on Locked On Canes, we are big fans.
Yeah, he definitely knows.
I love it. Max Lawrence. I'm so happy for you, man. Congratulations again. And
Thanks.
welcome to the U. I did give you one of those on a recent episode, but I'll say it to you again, man. Welcome to the University of Miami.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Awesome stuff. It's great to catch up with Max. Guys, you know what to do. Smash that like button. If you're watching us on YouTube, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. If you listen to the audio version, make sure to subscribe there. Leave us a 5-star rating. We will talk to you again on another episode of Locked On Canes, part of the awesome Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.